part of the MAP project will be run right under the Choptank River, as you can see here from Chopper 16.
Well, Alice, neighbors I spoke with earlier say that things definitely got out of control, and the fact that it had to come to someone getting bleach thrown in their face is unthinkable. Bags like this during the holidays given to needy families that really need these groceries, but this bag, this is not the main course. This bag people get to take home after they've had their Thanksgiving Day meal right here. Many people still don't believe the economy has taken the turn for the better permanently. One thing's for sure, some people I spoke with today say they've been spending more of this holiday season. On one hand, some people say opening a new library is like opening a new book. But on the other hand, some people say a new library isn't needed. Right now I'm on the walkway to the beach on 75th Street, and well, we learned that this possible tornado lasted about 30 to 40 seconds, but a lot of damage happened. And we have sending a special wish for a wonderful Christmas season. Merry Christmas from Mike and Joanne Wilkins. And we continue our Bless Our Children challenge. For holiday shopping, you may want to use cash, or you may want to use your personal credit card or store credit card or layaway. But when using any type of credit card or layaway, you always want to be sure you know the terms and conditions.
Tony Hurst is live in Accomack now outside the Sheriff's Department. And Tony, you spoke with family members of some of the victims today.
Well, Steve, I spoke with a man who misses his sister and his niece and nephew, and a mother who's mourning her daughter and grandchildren after what police are calling the biggest homicide case in this area in more than a decade. These tears of sorrow on Soveda Gonzalez's face are for her daughter and grandchildren, who she believes are the victims of what police are calling a suicide homicide.
She don't even know, where her daughter is. So that's the only thing she wants to know. Where is she?
The Accomack County Sheriff's Department arrived at this home in Gargotha after a call about a suicide and found 5 bodies when they got here. Chopper 16 flew over the scene while deputies removed evidence. Police say the person responsible is one of the 5 found dead.
She wasn't expecting this, and she will never wish this will ever happen to no one, and she's really devastated and sad and everything. She just, she's really bad. Right
here behind me is a circle of family and friends waiting to find out if what they heard about their loved ones is true. Omar Colón Matias says, regrettably, he's sure 3 of the victims are his sister and niece and nephew. He recalls the last time he saw the 2 children.
When he go to my house, we had some fun, and the last time he played football with me and all that stuff. And the little girl, she was a beautiful girl. And I never have a beautiful girl like that. This maintain I have a part of my heart.
And no word from police on whether a weapon was used in these 5 deaths, but I spoke with a neighbor and they told me that around the time of that call, they heard gunshots. Reporting live in Accomack County, Tony Hurst, WBOC News. This may not sound like the jingle bells you normally hear this time of year, but to Robert Ortiz, it couldn't sound any better. In June, he was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease. He knew he'd eventually need a wheelchair ramp.
My legs are getting weaker, tend to fall. And I had my neighbor works with a company that's building the ramp.
Robert, his wife Amy, and his children had nowhere to turn. The ramp was too expensive. So Tyler Building Company decided it would donate the ramp for Robert.
It's touching, it really is. I mean, here's a 19-year-old boy, young man that it's always been helpful to me.
This ramp started coming together because of the thoughtfulness of a friend. And now Mr. Ortiz will have a gift that he can't fit under his Christmas tree. Will Skeeter is that friend. He's been Robert's neighbor more than 10 years.
I almost view him as if he was a dad. Like, if I ever needed anything, I'd just come over here, spend countless hours with him. So he's a pretty important guy to me.
And Will Tyler says his company normally doesn't have projects they do for free, but there's plenty of compensation for this ramp.
Just to see the look on his face is rewarding. I mean, he gets a little choked up kind of just when he says thank you and all.
But Robert says he can't be thankful enough.
Now that I see that they're doing all this work out there, it's very touching.
Tony Hurst, WBOC News. Well, we would all love to open our Christmas gifts a little bit early, and this is one of those times when it's acceptable. Alasia Tiller may have one of the best gifts she's ever received. A wish answered at this Choptank Elementary winter concert. First grader Alasia Tiller hasn't seen her father for more than 9 months.
If there's possibly anyone in the audience who has just recently returned home from serving in the armed forces, if you are, would you please stand?
And now that is all about to end. Her father, Marshawn Tiller, was on duty in Iraq, and now he can wrap his arms around his daughter, and she can wrap hers around him. A surprise that will last for a lifetime.
This was the best Christmas present ever.
Even the audience was speechless, and her father was just excited. A month ago, he didn't know if he would be able to see his little girl.
Over the past few months, I was kind of dreaming about, something like this happening, and for it to happen it's pretty cool. I'm shocked.
And he recalls the smile on his daughter's face.
I was happy. Like I can barely see with my glasses on, but I seen her smile from a mile away, so I was very happy.
After seeing her father, she could barely sing the songs, and the two reunited make you remember what Christmas is all about.
He told me that he was going to be here December the 19th. He told my mom he was going to be here December. I forgot what he told my mom.
I tricked you, huh?
Yes.
And that moment was so touching. Alasia was completely surprised, and the smile on her face to know her father will be home this Christmas, well, that was priceless.